Hello, everyone. I am super, super excited to be here. Honored to have you with me today because what we're talking about today, I know is something that's going to help so many of you that have come here to be present in this moment, to really invest in you and expand your ability to create impact. Expand your ability to be leaders as women, expand your ability to use your gifts to serve the world. And that's why this topic today is so important. So excited to talk to you about it. And what is the topic? It is all about emotional intelligence. Many of us have been talking about that this past year. It's kind of become the buzzword especially in entrepreneurs in the leadership word. And by the way, emotional intelligence is so important, so powerful. But one, understanding what it truly is and how to access your unique, I call it kind of hybrid emotional intelligence, is so, so important. So today, that's what we're talking about is emotional intelligence, getting through the buzzword, correct? And giving you three powerful tools to really catapult you to the next level of using it in a powerful way in your workforce and beyond. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, everybody, and we're going to get going. I'm so excited about this. I'm going to put this on a lovely player mode. And what I really want all of you to get is that we're here together individually and collectively tapping into our emotional intelligence. And the more we can optimize it, the more we can get past, again, the buzzword, the more profound we can be. Because I have found as a leader myself in really tapping into other leaders and getting them to the next level of greatness is this key. Understanding emotional intelligence in your unique EI and how you can get there more effectively, consistently, and strategically. So who am I? My name is Jennifer Watson, and I'm going to be the one really leading you through this presentation. And I always want you guys to know a little bit more about me. But before I tell you a little bit more about me and my journey to EI and making it profound, I want to kind of get through this noise because EI has not only become kind of a buzzword. Many of us feel this about emotional intelligence. We're like, yeah, we kind of get it, but yeah, we kind of don't. I'm not sure what it is. It's almost like this elusive term, or maybe you were like, yeah, I actually know what it is, but you're feeling overwhelmed with tools of learning how to optimize it more powerfully. So whatever you're feeling, if it's causing emotional overwhelm, exhaustion, just like, I don't know what to do with this information. We're going to clear that clutter today, baby. Okay. And I want you guys to settle in because this stuff's going to be easy and make emotional intelligence a lot more clear to you. But who am I? Why should you listen to me? Very good question. I am a speaker. I love to speak. I love to be what I call an agent of change when I speak. And I believe all of you are agents of change. All of you have unique gifts to serve the world, to make a change for the better, whatever that better looks like for you. I'm also a high performance and legacy coach, high performance leadership and legacy coach. And what I do is I work with leaders and powerful entrepreneurs that are already at this level of performance, but want to take it to the next level, filter through the noise and consistently be high performers no matter the environment. Take their legacy and live it now, live in their deeper purpose so they can make greater impact. I love doing that. I'm also my grassroots a practitioner of 20 plus years. I've done integrative physical therapy. I've had two beautiful brick and mortar PT practices. Much of the mind, body, soul wellness work I did as a practitioner for so many years, I've taken into coaching, consulting, and speaking now. Yes, I've been on so many beautiful stages that I'm humbled to say that I've been on, including TEDx and NBC and Fox Radio and so many other spaces to share my story, my gifts, my knowledge, so you guys can get there too. And I often say to people, my work is truly my playground. I retired 20 plus years ago. You know, I really do feel that I've been able to impact in a way that feels like play to me. But truly, my real story is this. You know, all of you have maybe seen my bio. All of us have these accolades we put out there on our biography, right? That's kind of what we do. We think that's what people need to see, but this is what you need to see because this is where I started. And this is where a lot of our powerful stories start when we're on the rock bottom. I spent many years with debilitating chronic, severe depression. And it did flip to anxieties at points. And it closed me off to so many opportunities and what I really wanted to be in this world. I was like any high performer. I tried everything and nothing seemed to work fully or only move the barometer just a slight ways. And I was just getting to the point that I felt like I was just lying to myself and I was putting on this front to people and I was feeling like a fake and a fraud, that I had all these great things on the outside, right? Money, a business, friends, but I was really dying inside. So I truly felt like a fraud. And I was just slowly making my way to this point of like, I'm giving up. But I knew still deeper yet. And maybe some of you have had the kitchen moment, on the floor moment, like I did, and you really realize deep inside, and I know I did, deepest inside me, that I had everything, all the tools within in me to be the person I wanted to be, to create the legacy I wanted to live right now, the deeper purpose I wanted to give to people. And that's the things I want to share with you today that got me to this point. Now, with some of those tools, including how to optimize my emotional intelligence, I am living my best story. Everything truly changed when I not only got what true wellness was. Wellness is mind, body, soul, emotional, physical, and spiritual, everybody. Not only working on all those realms of wellness, but also understanding what true emotional intelligence was and how it could work for me, not just my team. So now I get to connect after figuring it out with amazing people, watching my money flow in, my job that I love continue to just come to fruition with ease and flow. I get to be this leader that I was meant to be in all areas of my life. And I know you guys want that too. And I believe you can live your legacy now, just like I'm living my legacy now, period. Okay. So today, what are we going to get into? All the goodies, you guys. I'm so excited. We're going to get into with you. What is emotional intelligence? And it doesn't have to be elusive. It's something concrete that you can work with. 3 secrets, okay, to dial in your unique EI, emotional intelligence, and make it work for you no matter the environment. When I say no matter the environment, I mean adversities that come up. That's when we care the most, that we're creating this emotional intelligence, right? And also the last thing we're going to go through is the golden nugget. I often have, golden nuggets at the end of my presentations, because I want you guys to get a big domino of how to move all this more effectively and quickly so you can get the life you want right now. So what does EI mean to you? I want to get that out there first, everybody, before we get going on the 3 secrets and the tools, because all of us have a different idea what we think emotional intelligence is. It's just like all of us have a different definition of what we think leadership is, or intuition is, or love is, right? So I encourage all of you to get a pen and paper out right now and write down, what does EI, emotional intelligence, mean to you? Because when you have an understanding, and we go through it a little bit more today, you have more congruency to the tools that we're going to use for you. It's going to help you have a starting point, okay? So do that right now. What does emotional intelligence mean to you? Okay. The true definition, what they have in Webster's dictionary, is the capacity to be aware of, control, and express one's emotions, your emotions. Okay. And from there, to handle interpersonal relationships judiciously and empathetically. Okay. That's a powerful statement. Aware and management of yourself, your emotions, and then taking that to the world, to people, to your team. Don't you think we need that when we're leading an impact? Heck to the yes, of course we do. Many of you know that there are 5 components of emotional intelligence. Self-awareness, okay, what we just talked about in the definition, self-management, tools to manage your emotions, motivation, empathy, and social skills, okay? Those are the 5 components. So many of you have already heard this. What I'm going to show you today is that there's a unique way to tap into these 5 components. Tap into this definition that's more powerful for you, that's not being talked about right now. But at least understanding the core is important as we go forward in these 3 secrets, okay? Again, one more thing before we go to 3 secrets. Don't worry, we're almost there. There's something that you need to understand, okay? The biggest truth, we are lying to ourselves every day. The biggest truth is we are lying to ourselves every day. What do I mean by that, everyone? Your brain is a goal achieving machine and a search engine. And what I mean is this: our biggest truths, we're lying to ourselves every day. We have old beliefs, old patterns, old behaviors that we started when we were kids, good or bad, they are there. And the ones that are negative behaviors, old beliefs that are just not aligned with where we want to go in life are stopping you, okay, from living the life you want. They're lying to you because they think you're still stuck in this old version of you. What we want to do is pull you out of that line, move you into a better space of a better truth, a new truth that's aligned with where you want to go. But understand this, your brain is a goal achieving machine, and it's a search engine. It's a paradox. It wants to do what you want it to do. Okay, but you got to give it new information. You got to beat this lie we're talking about. And it's also otherwise going to be the search engine. It's going to look for an old belief or pattern if you don't give it something new. So the paradox of the brain. We want to break this lie that's going on, everyone. And especially in focusing here today on emotional intelligence, we want to break whatever pattern behavior that you have currently to get you into a new behavior of emotional intelligence to be more impactful for yourself and your team. So let's make it a goal achieving machine. Give it something new, which we're going to do today, instead of going back to what it knows, you guys, that search engine, because it is also a little lazy. It's trying to find something to help you out. Okay. We're going to use this today in EI. Your brain wants what you want. So you want to really be thinking about right now as we go through these 3 secrets, what are you feeding it? These tools are going to help you change it to a more effective, aligned, empowered state that you want to be in, that's aligned with how you want to lead and impact, right? You need to get proactive. And these tools today, these 3 secrets today are going to help you get more proactive and be super selfish in creating powerful emotional intelligence, and ultimately the selfless impact you want to create for the world, everyone. So what are the 3 or 5 components again? We're going to break them down because our 3 secrets fall in this order. And we're going to talk about them in this order, okay? The first secret is all around your beliefs, old beliefs, behaviors, and traumas, okay? This is where self-awareness and self-management are going to be congruent and elevated to another level in EI. The second secret is your unique intuition. This is where we get to dial in more the motivation and empathy piece of emotional intelligence, unique to you. The third component is going to be all about your spiritual truth. And this is where we amp up that 5th component of emotional intelligence, social skills. Okay, so before we go through what beliefs, old beliefs, traumas, and behaviors you have, they're actually blocking you from getting to the next part of your life that you desire, specifically in emotional intelligence, look at the graph next to the right of you. Okay, have any of you seen this map? Just go ahead and just yell that out. Map of consciousness. Have you seen this before? And if you haven't, that's okay. I want you to look at this because we're going to be talking about this for the tool we're using for this particular secret. The map of consciousness looks at emotions, quote, negative emotions and positive emotions. And emotions have energy to it, right? We feel when someone doesn't, feel happy toward us, or maybe are angry. Either one, we can feel that. We can feel that on ourselves, right? Well, they all have frequencies to them. Emotions have frequencies. And if you look at this map of consciousness at the bottom in low frequency, and it's all in hertz here, everyone, you see shame, guilt, apathy, grief, and they're in the lower hertz, lower frequency numbers of emotions. As you work your way up in emotions into higher frequencies, including courage, acceptance, inner light, presence, inner love, transcendence, those are higher frequencies. Everyone, if you want to make a change anywhere in your life, including emotional intelligence, and allow it to work for you, don't you think you need to be in a higher frequency, higher aligned state so you can draw in the right tools? Yes, yes, yes. So keep this map in mind as we go through this particular secret, okay? Your old beliefs, everyone, your traumas, your old patterns that are keeping you where you want to be, or not to be, excuse me, are blocks, you guys. Okay, they're in your subconscious. These are the old things that are happening in your mind that you just can't get past. Just think of something right now that you know is not good for you to do, a behavior. You're like, why do I keep doing it, Jennifer? That's because all that's housed in your subconscious is on autopilot. Okay, and it's basically the Trump king. It's driving the bus. And we want to find a way to break free of that old belief, that trauma, that old behavior, and get you to make it come to the surface. You're aware of it. So now the conscious mind can now use a tool that we're going to show right now to break free of that and create a new pattern. But understanding that old beliefs, behaviors that are just kind of doing this thing, running the bus, are in that subconscious, blocking you. Okay. And they're often, everyone, associated with negative emotions, right? This lower frequency we're talking about on the map of consciousness. So this lower frequency emotion is keeping you stuck, because remember, it's driving the bus, even though your conscious mind is going, no, I want to be here. I want to elevate my game. It's important to understand this. This is where emotional intelligence, the first component, self-awareness, comes in mind, right? Being aware of what's going on. It's keeping you in low frequency, these old blocks, beliefs, and behaviors. The emotions are your middleman. So now we want to target, you guys, we want to target the middleman. You're aware now of an old belief, behavior, and it's giving you a yucky emotion. We want to change that emotion now, everyone. What is that emotion? This is where we get to manage, self-management, manage the emotion. Guess what we get to do, you guys? It's a 1 or 2 part tool. The first part tool is this. What 5 traits do you find in others that trigger you? What 5 traits do you find in others that trigger you? I want you to write that down right now. And what I mean by trigger, that activate you to have like low frequency, like anger or apathy or fear, whatever that is, write those down. And you guys, the reason why this is an important tool for self-awareness to self-management, often things that were triggered by in others, guess what? People come to us for 2 reasons. This is the first reason. To mirror things we still are struggling with in our own life, like draws like, right? Law of attraction, okay? If you're getting angry at someone for something that they're doing, it could be something that you still do a little bit. Okay, super self-awareness. It's gonna make you go, ooh, I need to work on that. It's giving me a negative emotion. It's reminding me of a belief, behavior that I sometimes do. You guys, sit with this. This is so powerful. This is the first part of the 1 part or 2 part tool here to help you become more self-aware, to self-manage. Okay, once you become self-aware and you use that tool, right? Now you're going to be in alignment with where you want to be, the new behavior and belief you want to exude, right? You need to go from this low emotion frequency of what you just realized was causing low frequency, a belief, behavior that's still in you, and go to high frequency, manage that emotion. You want to be in high frequency because this is the purest aligned state you can be in. It's your truth. We want to shift you there. You're aware now. Let's manage that emotion, get you into that higher frequency. The second part of this tool is claiming what you just found out. There's 5 traits that I still have in me, and it's making me feel this low frequency. I'm claiming that. Now you get to play it and do it. And what I mean by play it is this is where you get to go outside and do a somersault in the grass. Go do jumping jacks. Go throw the ball around with your kid for 5 minutes. You guys, that sounds funny, but guess what play does? It activates the creative zone of your brain. So you can go from problem, you just realized a problem, creates low emotion frequency, and you want to get to high. You want to get creative, get tools in your mind to help shift you out of that low frequency. Play is a great way to do that. Again, it optimizes your creative zone among so many other things, dumps in happy pills into your system, okay? Creates connectedness to self. But know this, it's going to help you go from problem to problem solving, self-management. Once you've played it out and you get these creative ideas in mind of how to shift into a new behavior that's aligned with where you want to be as a person and leader, do one thing today. Do it. One thing today, one tool that you got from your playtime to move you into a higher frequency state, to move you into a different behavior. And it's going to come up, you guys, by playing. Trust me, your brain is going to start bringing tools to you to go from low to high frequency. This is a powerful first tool. Okay, 1 and 2 tool here, okay, for self-awareness to self-management. This is going to be so important. These tools, you guys, are always going to be less than 5 minutes. I'm excited to see where you go with that. The second secret, you guys, the second tool has everything to do with your unique intuition. And intuition pulls in the third and fourth component of emotional intelligence, which is motivation and empathy. Why? Let's talk about intuition. Okay. What is intuition? This is actually another word like emotional intelligence that when it's talked about, people are like, yeah, I know, but I don't think I would totally really know. Well, we all know at its bare bones, it's your gut instinct, right? You just know, but you don't know why. You just know because you know, right? That is a God given birthright that we all have in us. It's energetic, everyone. It is aligned to what is right for you. You don't want to mess with it. You want to amp it up, okay? You want to play with this a little bit. You want to figure out what inspires you, you guys, what expands you, what makes you lean in and stay present. Sometimes people don't always know what their intuition is. It starts with you just playing with what makes you feel light and giddy and inspired, what makes you lean in. You want to get to know what that feels like for you when you're in an intuitive state. Another way of looking at it is, what is your hell yes and hell no? How many of you have had things come to you, opportunities, or people say something to you and you're like, that's your intuition saying it's not for you, versus something's like, yes, that sounds like me. It feels expansive. This is where your motivation for emotional intelligence comes in. What motivates you? Okay. Can you see that by these two questions? What inspires you, expands you? What's your hell yes and hell no? That's your intuition, you guys. And that AKA, these two questions align with what is your particular motivation, you guys. It's going to help you expand your motivation to lead yourself and your team better. Okay. The tool to help you a little bit beyond these two questions, okay, to help you tap into your unique intuition and get more motivated for the things that align in your life, make a decision today. Okay, that's easy. I don't care if it's going to the grocery store and maybe picking out some really good food that feels right to you to have that night. Just start with one decision, you guys. And I want you to feel, okay, intuition's about feeling. Where do you feel it in your body? Does it feel expansive in your heart, in your throat, in your gut? Do you feel tingles throughout your body? Do you feel like your vision gets more clear? Just kind of get used to what that feels like with a really basic decision. And then second, you want to use your a second sense. What do you feel? What are you actually feeling like you're tapping into besides that feeling we're talking about? What I mean is your other five senses. Okay, you guys, seeing, right? Smelling, tasting, hearing, and feeling. Okay. For instance, me, my intuition, I not only get expansive in my heart, okay, but I also hear things kind of like I should do this in my head. I hear things. And that's my second sense that's really strong. And I've learned to hone that for easy to tough decisions. That's why I can just do hell yes, hell no decisions. This is what motivates me. This is what inspires me. This is what doesn't, because I've learned to hone this particular unique intuition for me. Okay, you guys, start with something basic. This is going to help you tap into this third component that's unique to you in emotional intelligence. Okay, motivation, by tapping into your intuition. Okay, when you guys get motivated, when you tap into this intuition, guess what else happens? You start connecting intuitively to how you lead, how you uniquely lead, and how you lead your team. And guess what? When you get more intuitive with your feelings, your emotions, you also start getting more attuned to your self empathy and empathy to your team. You guys really think about this. Intuition not only helps you get more understanding about your motivation, the third component of emotional intelligence, it gets you more empathetic to self. You're getting the antennas in your head and out in the world, what feels right to you and what doesn't. Don't you think if you're more empathetic, more motivated for self, you understand what motivates you, what makes you more empathetic for you? You be more motivated and empathetic toward your team? Yes, you guys, intuition is going to help you with that and leading your team well. Remember, leadership is all about relationships, everyone, right? In this part of emotional intelligence is going to help you not only become more motivated, more empathetic to self, but more empathetic and motivated to your relationships, your team. And it starts with our last screen of intuition, right? And it's going to be pulled in to this part of leadership. Being a leader requires us to go into relationship to self. to expand out to others. Okay. So we've talked about the motivation that intuition gives you. Motivation also helps you again move into the empathy, love for self, and ultimately for team. We need to receive, or we cannot give to others well, you guys. We have to receive love and empathy for ourselves before we give it to ourselves. So what intuitively, second tool here, okay, what intuitively, besides the motivation we talked about in last screen, what intuitively, okay, what can you ask for that you need help in, that you can ask for from your team? What fills your cup? What is something you need to forgive yourself for and fill your cup in? You guys, again, when you ask for help, it creates empathy for self and empathy for others. It gives people the opportunity to be empathetic back. Use this tool when you ask for help. Empathy transfers over to your team. It fills your cup because now you're getting served when you need empathy back to you. Because this is a powerful tool, powerful. I hope you guys are loving this. Just definitely DM me if you have more questions about this. These are so powerful. This third secret, I love this one, you guys. It's all about spiritual truth. And guess what? It's tapping into that fifth component of emotional intelligence, social skills. Why? We talk about it. What is your spiritual truth? It is, what is your connection, you guys, to the divine, to the higher intelligence? No matter what you believe, is it universe, is it God? What is your relationship? What is your connection there? Spiritual truth is also about, what is your truth? What do you believe the truth is for the world? What is your contribution to that? What services and gifts are you giving to the world to contribute to your truth and the world's truth and to the divine higher intelligence? The way of looking at this, everyone, is this tool. What 5 traits, characteristics do you respect in others, maybe others on your team? The second reason why people come into your world is to reflect, mirror what you have inside you. Remember, like draws like. If you love someone that's driven and passionate and motivated and intelligent, that's in you too, you guys. When you use this tool and you see the traits you like in others, again, maybe they're on your team. They're in you. Don't you think that's going to help you get congruent with social skills with your team? When you can see your own traits and you can see their traits that are so profound, you can elevate each other and communicate with each other to do this at a much higher level than you ever anticipated. Don't you think? Your spiritual truth, when you're anchored in it, allows others to have permission to do the same, to be anchored in theirs and be congruent, and truth starts happening in all planes of social skills, because you're both in this unique state of being grounded in who you are. Okay, get that, you guys? Get this. Okay, so we're going to summarize here what we've talked about. Old beliefs, old behaviors, old truths that you've had that don't serve you anymore, that are in that subconscious that we're super self-aware of. We want to take to managing it. We're going to true alignment, you guys, right? Self-awareness and self-management are the 2 components of emotional intelligence that are being tapped into here with that one tool that we gave you to go from your old beliefs to new belief. That tool. The second secret was all about intuition and taking it to leadership, right? And the tools dealt with using your intuition to optimize your unique motivation and empathy, right? And take it to your team, right? And the third component of emotional intelligence, right? We looked at spiritual truth and understanding. When you know your traits, your beautiful things that you believe in, it helps others do the same, and you optimize your social skills. We have just dealt with the 5 components of emotional intelligence in 3 different secrets with 3 separate tools, you guys, that are easy and powerful. Easy and powerful. You have your unique emotional intelligence through these 3 tools, everyone, and you give others permission to do the same when you do that. And that is truly what emotional intelligence is about. Getting these 3 tools of the 5 components of EI, getting them for yourself and then bringing it to others, right? So they can optimize their emotional intelligence. Give them permission to do the same. You guys, these are huge. And what is the golden nugget, everyone? You know I love to give the golden nuggets. So excited. It's really simple. My golden nuggets are always really simple. They're never complicated. Did you notice from our last screen, I said the spiritual truth? It actually means you're the I am. Your creation, everyone. The creation is in you. The creator is in you. You are the I am. You're co-creating with the universe, with God, with however you look at that. Okay? You're expanding your human life. And when you expand your human life, you're actually expanding your ability to become more emotional intelligent. You guys, this is so important. Your ability to understand that you have the creator, the creation, the universe inside you, you can tap into every part of you to actually do the same in these areas of emotional intelligence. And you are human, and emotional intelligence understands that. You're having a human experience, dealing with the super awareness of emotions, taking into managing them and managing them well, motivating you, empathizing with you, and taking that to your team and socializing in a way that's effective and pure. We are a human having a human experience with the power of creation in us. And that, my friends, is the golden ticket. And when you understand that power, you guys, you can do anything. You're unstoppable, including optimizing your emotional intelligence. Are you guys excited? I love these 3 tools. I hope that has made sense to you. Ways to fan your unique emotional intelligence. Those 5 components in 3 tools to help you tap into the best version of you, and that for your team. EI is one of the most important tools to help create a productive, effective, efficient, psychologically safe team for you and team. If you guys have any questions on this particular presentation, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I offer discovery calls. You can go to the link at my website, jenniferwatsonleadership.com. You want to DM me. I am very active on Instagram at the Jennifer Watson, as well as LinkedIn at Jennifer Watson Leadership. I want to make sure you guys feel supported here with these questions that you may have after this presentation. But no matter what, I'm going to go ahead and hit escape here and stop sharing my screen. But no matter what, I want all of you to get that you can have the life you want. And part of it is the big domino of expanding and empowering yourself in your unique emotional intelligence. I hope you get that after today's presentation, that you are meant to be epic. You are meant to live this life that you want to live and expand your leadership to your team and beyond into the world, because the world needs you. Thank you so much. It's been an honor to speak with all of you today, and I cannot wait to connect with you more.